nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Wait.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So we're doing current affairs today. All right, it's 2027, okay? 19 people got this wrong. It will show up on your profile, so get it right. All right, next one. Exactly, so that's why I'm testing you. Okay, so a lot of people got this wrong. Just in case this shows up, at least now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
So military service has been increased to 11 months. It was shorter than that. I can't remember how long it was before. And the majority of you actually didn't know. So round of applause to the people that did. All right, next one. $7,500. Okay, so the first 3 questions were about the new agreement about Verneplicht, so military service. I could see, well, this wasn't too bad. How many people got this wrong? 40 people got this wrong. So
Now you know what you don't know.
yeah, don't worry about it. You just figured out what you don't know, so fix that. We're moving on from military service now. Highland is the highest climber, up 70 places.
Great job!
Next one. All right, you guys knew this one already. And by the way, we will be having a barbecue after the test. It's going to happen on the 8th of June. I will be posting details about the event. So if you are in Copenhagen and you would like to join, please join. I'm going to post up the event so you can check that later on. I just wanted to announce it now. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, Alex is the highest climber, up 20 places. All right, so this is another weak spot for you guys. 45 people got this wrong. Round of applause to you guys. I'm just, you know, the main news was that the time limit had been increased to 18 weeks. But I also included these other details, just so we have them as well, and just, you know, in case they throw that in there as well. All right, we're moving on. Next one. All right, it's a very dynamic top five. We've got Savish, Duke, DP, CK, and DH. DH has the highest answer streak of 5. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Moving on to the next one. Okay, so this is a new thing that happened. I don't think it's going to show up on the test. However, it does fit the theme of Danish excellence in the world stage, in this case in software development, since this software company is actually going to be developing some software for NATO, which is a big deal. And it was some kind of competition that they had to enter. And a Danish company called Systematic actually won. So for the people that got this wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
yes. So okay, so I'm seeing a lot of people, you know, commenting about the test, and I hope you're not feeling too bad, you know, about not getting these things right. But the purpose of this is for you to come here and figure out what you don't know. Like I said, I don't think this is going to show up, but in case it does, now we have it in the bag. All right, moving on. Okay, 1 second. I forgot to turn off annotation. And how do you get rid of this thing again? So close. Anyways, whatever. Yes. Peter Abrahamson. So this goes under famous dead people. He was a composer and a musician, a singer, and also a chef. And he was famous back in the day, and he died on the 4th of May. So famous dead people. For a lot of people got this wrong. I hope this isn't too painful for you guys very close to the test, but we're here to prepare you. So
Now you know what you don't know.
will this come in the test? There's only 5 current affairs questions. There's been at least 5 significant events, you know, like the burning of Borsen, Søren Pape Poulsen dying. Basically, under famous dead people, Søren Pape Poulsen is basically more famous than this guy. So I would say that's going to show up. Anyways, look, let's move on before I start, you know, chattering about my opinions and stuff, which might be useless. Next one. Haida, just be patient, okay? You're gonna see everything. Yeah, a lot of you don't know this as well, but let's see how you guys do on this. I added a few things. Okay, actually quite surprised. Round of applause. Okay, so let me just go down a list. This might not be a comprehensive list, but over the years of paying close attention to current affairs, basically paying close attention to this test, I've seen that the themes of the current affairs usually fall under the following. You've got famous dead people, okay? And you've got state visits. So whenever the king now or the prime minister visits goes on an official visit of another country, or whenever the president or king of another country comes on an official visit to Denmark, okay? Then you've got political parties and their leaders. There's a whole quiz focused on that. Then you've got the government. There's a whole quiz focused on that as well. Then you've got Danish excellence on the world stage. So it could be, some sports person winning a major world tournament. For instance, Jonas Vingegaard, when he won Tour de France, that showed up in the test. It could be Victor Axelsen winning the Olympic gold medal. That showed up in the test. It could also be, for instance, Systematic winning the contract to build software for NATO. Then there's scandals. Okay, so whenever there's some kind of major scandal, that is a potential entry into the test. So once there was I can't remember his name. He was the mayor of Copenhagen and he had to leave his job because of some kind of sex scandal. Also, some kind of unusual violent event that happened. For instance, the shooting at Fields, when the guy there was a dude that shot someone at the synagogue. That showed up in current affairs. And an event like something that hasn't happened in a while. Something like when the Supreme Court basically dissolved Loyal to Familia. That came out in 2021. So now there's like 7 themes. And all of these questions that I'm showing you here fall under these themes. Okay? This year, the last 6 months, a lot has happened. Number 1, the abdication. That's definitely showing up. Number 2, the burning. That's a significant cultural event, the burning of the stock exchange. Number 3, Søren Pape Poulsen dying. That's major. He's one of the most famous politicians in Denmark, and he died recently. So that's 3. So we have 3, and then you have 2 others. So you have political parties and their leaders and the government. That's my prediction for the current affairs, but I might be wrong. And because I might be wrong, I'm covering as much as possible with all these new questions. I hope that makes sense. So what goes under the theme the government? Okay, so the government is the prime minister and her ministers. So they could ask something like, who is the minister for justice? Who's the minister for foreign affairs? Who's the tax minister? So on and so forth. There's a whole quiz on the website. Matter of fact, let me just show you this. For the people that are here for the first time, okay? I'll show you where you can find all this. If you find your profile, which there is a video on how to find your profile, and click on it, and go to current affairs, you will see what I'm talking about. So this is the government quiz. This is political parties and their leaders, and then this is all the current affairs that we've done so far. At the end of this session, I will be publishing this current affairs that we're doing, this Kahoot. So keep an eye out for that. If you don't have a profile, there is a whole video on how to find your profile. As long as you're participating in this game, your profile will be automatically created. And then, you can go ahead. All right. Yes, someone is talking about Princess Benedicta. Okay, so usually there is a question about the royal family, about an event that happened in the royal family. The reason I don't think Benedicta is actually going to show up is because there has been a more significant event happening in the royal family, which is the Queen's abdication and the new king. Okay. All right, moving on. All right, so this is the defense chief who was dismissed because basically they felt like he wasn't doing his job. Troels Lundpoulsen fired him. This is also a weak spot for you guys, as I can see, but now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
And like I always say, guys, I'm not the holy grail of information for the test or for current affairs. I'm just doing my best. And I do have some experience. So I do see patterns. I see, I've been able to consistently predict at least 3-4 current affairs questions. However, keep an eye out for yourself, okay? Don't just completely and utterly depend on me because, don't do that. 10 players lost the answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. We already talked about this. Hopefully this is a perfect score. Okay, so whoever got this wrong, so 5 people got this wrong. This is one of the questions I think you're going to see on the 29th of May. So please get it right next time it shows up. This is going to show up on your profile as one of the questions you failed. Fix it and make sure you get this right if it shows up on the day. I think this has a very high probability of showing up. Any question I think is going to show up, I will stop and talk about it. This one particularly, I think it's going to show up. All right, next one. All right, 6 people got this wrong. I think, well, they might not ask for his name, but a question about this is definitely going to show up. So fix this for the 6 of you that got this wrong, please. Yeah. Next one. Okay. 15 players reached an answer streak of 4. We've got DP, Innes, Savish, Cappuccino, and Duke. All right, Andreas Mogensen. Is this going to show up? I'm not sure, but it does fall under Danish excellence on the world stage. So it might show up. 20. How many people got this wrong? 22 people got this wrong. Okay. 97 players reached an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
For the people that were asking in the chat, well, here you go. right, so on the 14th of January 2024, a very major event happened in the royal family. So for the first time in almost 900 years, a Danish monarch abdicated the throne. This question is definitely showing up on the test on May 29th, okay? So prepare for this. The queen abdicated the throne on the 14th of January 2024. All right, please get this right because you're going to be seeing this on the 29th. Next one. Famous dead people. I don't think it's gonna show up, but it fits the theme, so it's there. I might be wrong though. All right, Søren Mock. How many people got this wrong? 48.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, so we have DP has 14 correct answers in a row. We are not past the halfway point, so this is not an explosion.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, and he got a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Excellent.
Next one. Okay, so some people are saying that it's lagging. Well, I'm not sure what to do. But let's see if it keeps going. But yeah, next one. All right, next one. Oh yeah, one of the themes is anniversaries as well. I forgot to mention that. All right. This fits under the theme of anniversaries. Do I think this is going to show up? I don't think so. However, it fits the theme, so it's here. Next one. This could show up. All right, so most of you got this right. 25 people got it wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. This could show up as well. All right, 18 people got it wrong. Next one. Amjad is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We've got 12 questions to go. Okay. Nah, I don't think this is gonna show up, but it fits the theme of Danish excellence on the world stage. Okay, so we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
6 players just hits an answer streak of 13.
Excellent.
All right, next one. Danish excellence on the world stage as well. All right. Let's see a skill seal. All right, we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
ABBA is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. Okay, so this question has a 90% chance of showing up. So the 8 people who got this wrong, please get it right the next time. I think this is going to show up. It's too major. It's too major of a building and too major of a significant cultural event for it not to be noted. So this one, okay? So far, I've talked about the Queen's abdication, Søren Pape Poulsen's death, and then this one. All right, so those are the ones I have a very strong feeling about. I might be wrong though, but let's see. Next one. All right. So Queen Margaret's birthday, which was coincidentally the same day that the stock exchange burnt down. All right. Next one. All right, so DP still at number 1. Timon is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
At the moment we have DP, Duke, Bold Meerkat 72, Mike, and Naz Rule. Round of applause to you guys. Famous dead people. Okay, Knul Engor. I don't think it's gonna show up. There is at least one more famous person that died. So I think, yeah, he's at least number 2 or 3 on that list. Okay, next one. It's Anders Antonsen, not Victor Axelsen. Victor Axelsen actually crashed out. He was beaten by a Spanish guy a French guy. And it was Anders that actually beat that French guy in the final. All right, moving on to the next one. We've got 6 questions to go and we're done for tonight with this. I think this might show up, you know. I think this is one of those unusual events that shows up. So this is on the same level with you know, the shooting at Field. This is a bomb threat at Billund Airport. Anyways, that's just my opinion, so don't take my word for it. All right, we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Bub is the highest climber, up 3 places.
Excellent.
Next one. I think this could show up as well. But let's see. All right, just before we move on. So anyways, I'll talk about this. So a bronze statue of Karen Blixen has been erected at Sankt Anne-Platz. I actually saw it yesterday. She is one of the, you know, I think the most famous female Danish author. And she's been commemorated with that statue. I think that could show up because there was this whole there was a talk about, you know, which woman should we create a statue of, and they chose Karen Blixen. The barbecue, I just created the event while we were actually doing this. So it's now on the Facebook group. For the people that came via Meetup, there is a Facebook group called Danish Citizenship Test. And in here, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, if you want to come to this event, just join up, read the event description. It's a potluck. And with that, we'll just continue. On to the next one. Noma is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. Thea, thank you very much for organizing that. Yes, this is also one of those unusual events, and that it could show up, but yeah, you know, I think there's been at least 5 more major events, so this is down the list. But anyways, if it shows up, at least we're ready for it. Someone is asking me something about, is it possible for you to make a question paper of 80 to 200 most expected questions to your knowledge? I've already done that, okay? And you can find that on your profile. If you're new here, I'm not going to explain how to get to your profile. I already have recorded a video on that, so watch that video. But on your profile, see this here? It says most frequently asked questions. This is that list that you're talking about, okay? All right, next one. Okay, we still have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
3 questions to go. Yeah. This is similar to when what's that guy's name? Christian, the footballer that collapsed during the European nest escape. It's similar to that, but yeah, like I said, I think there has been some more significant events happening in the last 6 months that I think could show up. But if this shows up, we have it. Next one. Next one. Yeah, Christian Eriksen. All right, at least Fabricia knows the answer to this one now. 28 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
This fits Danish excellence on the world stage. All right, we've got one more question and we're done for tonight. Rajan is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We have DP, Duke, Mike, Nazrul, and CK. All right, last question. Yeah, that's the Novo guy, the CEO of Novo Nordisk. Oh, wow. Round of applause. Okay, so what was I gonna say now? Let's have a look at the podium and see how that went. Mike at number 3. Duke at number 2 and DP at number 1, I think. All right. Nazrul and CK.
NearlyDanish.com.